Distinguished guests, if you are able, please stand. Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kettle, Governor-General of New Zealand.
Please be seated. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā iwi o ngā hau e whā, tēnei aku mihi mahana ki o koutou. Nau mai, hara mai, ki te whare nei, te whare o te kāwana tianarai, ki ei tamaki makaurau. Kia ora mai tātou katoa. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to Government House Auckland for today's investiture ceremony. I'd like to specifically acknowledge Nancy Liu, Member of Parliament, Mr Joe Harawira, our kaumātua, and Ms Pauline Hopa, our kuia. Hosting investiture ceremonies is one of the most important duties I perform on behalf of His Majesty the King of New Zealand. I'm delighted to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have each brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I extend my sincerest thanks to you for your contributions. After each recipient is honoured, I invite you to join with me in congratulating them. Mr Ward Kamo will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr Kevin Prime of Kawakawa for services to Māori, the environment and health. O Kevin Prime, Ngāti Hine, Ngāpui, Ngāti Whātua, Tainui, is a member of the Waitangi Tribunal. He was an original writer of the Resource Management Act and was appointed as an expert panellist for the government's review of the RMA. He was founding secretary of Ngāti Ine Health Trust, which has become one of the largest employers in Te Tai Tokerau. He is a commissioner of the Environment Court, Vice Chairman of Ngā Whenua Rāui and Kaumātua of Foundation North. He is on the governance board of the Bioheritage National Science Challenge, which seeks to solve the issue of kauri dieback. His contributions have supported the development of the most successful treatment for kauri dieback to date. Mr Prime was instrumental in the inception of Ngāti Ine Forestry Trust. Mr Kevin Prime, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Emeritus Professor Marion Jones of Auckland for services to education. Emeritus Professor Marion Jones was the Associate Dean and Postgraduate of the Faculty of Health and Environmental Studies, Auckland University of Technology, AUT, where she implemented the Master of Health Science and the Doctor of Health Science. She previously helped implement the AUT Bachelor of Health Science and the integration of disciplines to better equip those undertaking the degree. She was Dean of the Graduate Research School at AUT, overseeing master's and doctoral programs. She was instrumental in the development and implementation of AUT's Higher Doctorate program. She helped establish the National Centre for Interprofessional Education and Collaborative Practice and serves as Director. Professor Jones has contributed to interprofessional education as an author, keynote speaker and member of the steering committee that established the International Federation of Perioperative Nursing. Emeritus Professor Marion Jones, please come forward. Dr. Shirley Ulich of Whitianga for services to restorative justice and survivors of sexual abuse. Dr. Shirley Ulich has been involved in the restorative justice community in New Zealand since the mid-1990s, focusing on facilitating survivors of sexual abuse to experience a sense of justice. She was an early member of Te Ōritetanga, New Zealand's first community-based restorative justice provider group. In 2001, she completed her doctoral thesis at Massey University, where she has since held academic and teaching roles. Based on her research on restorative justice and child sexual abuse, she initiated Project Restore, which offers restorative processes specifically designed to address sexual violence. She has maintained a role as a trust board member. She has gained global recognition and is sought after as a keynote speaker, author, and educator. Dr. Ulich is also a member of the Mercury Bay Cancer Support Trust. Dr. Shirley Ulich, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Heretaniwha Lee of Takanini, for services to prisoner support and Māori. Oheretanihoa Lee has supported prisoners and their whānau through several roles with Te Pā Incorporated. She has worked to break down obstacles faced by prisoners on release and has built extensive networks and trust in the community. She has connected inmates back to their tribal area and reconnected them with whānau on release. She has made herself available after hours to offer support, particularly during difficult and traumatic times. She has supported the repatriation process for Māori remains buried at Mount Eden Prison to be returned to their respective iwi. Ms. Lee contributed to the development of Te Pā's Mana Orite Constitution, setting the organisation's future direction. Ms. Heretanihoa Lee, please come forward. Dr. Tamasei Lau Sua Li'isauni of Auckland for services to education. Dr. Tamasei Lau Sua Li'isauni is an associate professor in the criminology program at the University of Auckland. She has held lecturing, senior health research fellow and leadership positions within several universities and the Waitemata District Health Board. She is a New Zealand Criminal Cases Review Commissioner, a kaitakawainga for and member of the Pacific Reference Group of the New Zealand Royal Commission of Inquiry into Abuse in Care, and a member of the Peter Mackenzie Project Committee of the J.R. Mackenzie Trust. Dr. Sua Li'isauni has published widely in the areas of Pacific Indigenous research methodologies, cultural frameworks, mental health and addiction models, sexual violence research, jurisprudence, custom, and youth justice. Dr. Tamasei Lau Sua Li'isauni, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Peggy Barrable of Thames for services to the community. Well, Peggy Barrable is a Justice of the Peace and has been President and Vice President of the Hauraki Justices of the Peace Association. She established a JP service desk in Ngatea to serve the rural community in Hauraki Plains. She is a financial mentor and governance member of the Thames Budgetary Services. She has been president of the New Zealand Plunket Society and the Waitaruru Play Centre Association and has held numerous other management governance roles. Mrs. Barrable is treasurer of A Place at the Table Trust, which provides a community Christmas lunch for more than 100 people. Mrs. Peggy Barrable, please come forward. Dr. Michael Miller of Whangamata for services to rural health. Dr. Michael Miller is a general practitioner who developed the Whangamata Medical Centre into the town's first purpose-built medical facility. He founded Whangamata's Community Health, a charitable trust, which raised funding for local radiology and ultrasound services. He secured funding for after-hours medical care and the establishment of primary care beds in the town's aged residential care facility. He was a founding member and treasurer of the Rural General Practice Network and the Rural Electorate Representative of the Royal New Zealand College of General Practitioners Council. Dr. Miller has been a member of several GP and rural advisory groups. Dr. Michael Miller, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is our highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To our recipients, it has been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of fellow New Zealanders. In doing so, you exemplify the sentiment expressed by an American poet, William Carlos Williams, when he said, "The only way to be truly happy is to make others happy." When you realise that and take advantage of the fact, everything is made perfect. I urge recipients to wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements, and I thank you once again for your service to our country. Kia ora, uhuhi mai tātou. Now you will see on the back of your program the words to the national anthem in te reo Māori and in English. I now invite you to stand with me and join in singing both of them.